Today I want to speak about something that interests me a lot. I haven't created that many videos around this subject, but here we go. I want to talk about masculinities and gender in general, and what the potential for, if we take, the different parts of from masculinities, from femininities, if we combine these, how it can create a more balanced and healthier world for all of us. So in order to really understand what I mean when I say masculinities, femininities, we have these words that are connected to them if we look into research. So for instance, there's this idea of hegemonic masculinities, which is the most dominating forms of masculinities. For instance, aggression is part of it, being physically strong, being heterosexual, all of these things that we may normally associate with the alpha type male. And then we have the femininity, which has more to do with submission, and in general, depending on how we look, it can also have to do with how we dress, and just there's this power dynamic where of course the hegemonic masculinities dominate over the other types of masculinities, and then we have the femininity, which is also a way of expressing ourselves. And for instance, creativity also goes under this femininity umbrella. And these values such as traits, such as compassion and empathy, things being nurturing, all these things, nurturing and caring, these things that we normally would associate with the typical woman. So the thing is that all of us encompass these qualities to some extent or another. And it's not to say that just because someone is more like the alpha male or the alpha female, that they are necessarily wrong, that anything is wrong with them, as long as they are mindful of the balance. Because I think the problem with this, when it gets unhealthy, is when there's too much of the aggression, for instance, and not any empathy or compassion. And of course, this is the case for some individuals. So in this book, Pure Self-Compassion by Dr. Kristin Neff, she writes about the Chinese philosophy of yin and yang, which is basically about the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. And the best thing for us would be if we could do both. So masculine, again, action oriented could be another example. And if we take creativity for the femininity example, then, or being caring towards oneself, self-compassion, as this book is about. What we really need is both of these things, because if we have too much of the one thing, then we may not be in balance. So we need to combine parts, and this is also the way of creating a more healthy society and having more healthy masculinities, that we don't, I have a personal experience on this matter, because I had some time where I had to be very action oriented. I had to take action all the time. And what happened to me was I started feeling tension in this side of my body, the right side of my body, to an extreme. Like, it hurt a lot. And this side is the masculine side. So if we, for one reason or another, just overextend ourselves in one area of this balance and do not include the other ones, then eventually it will hurt our bodies and our minds, and it will hurt communities. And if we take this to an extreme, it's not the action-oriented part, it's the aggression part, which can hurt ourselves and it can hurt others. So it's about finding these ways in which we balance it out. I know I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying that men can't be men, or that any men are men in the wrong way, or that any women are women in the wrong way, because we are all just people. And I'm not saying that everyone is non-binary either. We are the people that we are, and we have the gender identities that we have. But it would be healthy for us to have parts of both. The more bulldog side is what is referred to in this one, and then there's the bear side, which is more like nurturing. So the masculine part may be like this, getting yourself out, being a bit aggressive, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I think sadly the way our societies are constructed, we need to be a bit of bulldogs sometimes. And if you can do that while also being loving towards yourselves and towards others, then I would say that's close to having some kind of balance. So it does have a huge impact on our way of living if we choose to be a bit more mindful about how these ideas connected to being feminine, being masculine, how they affect ourselves and the world around us. I hope what I had to say made sense. If not, feel free to place a comment and I will get back to you. Until then, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. I send you peace and love.